Yes! All right, everyone. Welcome back to American Blues Podcast. Chelsea 3, Napoli 2. Yes, arguably the second hardest game since Rossini's been in charge. And you know what? He's got 5 out of 6 wins now. Absolutely no complaints. This was must win final game in the group stages in the Champions League to even stand a chance of getting top 8 and avoiding playoffs games, which is so crucial in an already way too congested season when players are dropping like flies. And you know what? Although we made a very tough time on ourselves with the team selection in the initial shape, that just did not work. In the end, we still came back, won 3-2 away at a really tough stadium against a team who's also highly motivated to win because they needed a chance to even make it through to the next round with a win. And all that counts is that we delivered. And PEDRO, my God, 2 incredible striker finishes. True striker finishes, something we have not seen in so long. For a striker to just put the team on his back and just blast goals in, the tying goal and the winning goal. Oh, but let's start with the beginning. Yeah, the team, although I liked the selection, but the shape was just all wrong. 3 at the back with only 1 central defender in Fofana, Cucurella, and James against a really physical Napoli team, especially in the air. And then our midfield was kind of a disaster with Santos and Caicedo just trying to cover too many players, trying to cover too much space on their own. Just didn't really work with Santos staying in midfield, going back into the into central defense, basically left Caicedo to watch the midfield on his own. So time and time again, Napoli was breaking down our flanks and finding good open players on the edge of the box, always dangerous. And then lastly, Malagusto on the right side paired with Esteval, and those two just did not work. They were not on the same page. I'm pretty sure not a single one of Malagusto's progressive passes forward did anything today. Either it was just a recycle ball back to him, or he would overhit it, or just completely miss his mark. Just that whole right side was just not on the same page. And then Neto was basically isolated on his own on the left. Not much he could do. I think he maybe had 2 runs on his own that was free, and nothing really materialized from it. So first goal off of a handball that I think was justified. Yes, his hand was moving down, but it was moving down to block the ball. Handball. Pretty clear. Enzo, no mistake. Great penalty. But then after that, Napoli really grew into the game. Their first goal, amazing. Amazing job by that new midfielder of theirs, Vergara. Got on the wrong side of Caicedo. Caicedo had to pull out of his challenge, pulled just a nasty spin move in the box. Fofana, absolute pathetic attempt at trying to stop him. Basically stood there like a tree, and he just spun around him, and still he had a lot to do. Great finish into the corner. Yeah, there's only you can just applaud that one. I'm okay giving up goals like that when it's that good. But that second goal that we gave up, my God, horrible. Just not tracking on the outside, letting the cross go through. And again, Fofana, not marking Rasmus Højlund. He gets an easy near post finish. Nothing Sanchez could do. And at that point, we were in trouble. Very much in trouble. And I was just begging for halftime for some changes. And even at halftime, I don't think the one change that we made was taking Neto off and putting Palmer on. Not enough. I wanted to see Gusto change. I wanted to see Enter Santo change. I just wanted the team to be in a better shape defensively and to have more options going forward. And thank God we finally made those changes. But all I can say is, number one, Cole Palmer, even though he's not on score sheet, 2 key assists this game. He was the only person able to make those line-breaking passes into that final third for our attack to get onto. And both of them were into João Pedro's feet. Perfectly weighted. Just something that on the right side, Malagusto struggled so much to make. And even Esteval struggled to make an impact on the right side today. But Palmer came on, immediately made a difference. But that first goal, João Pedro, man. Holy shit. Get the ball to his feet. He still had so much to do. Take his defender down the middle. And then he even gave himself a really odd angle to shoot from, and he cut it back into the top corner and just blasted it from outside the box, like 25-yard goal. Amazing. Nothing that goalie could have done. Incredible goal. And what a crucial goal to tie it 2-2. Give the team a little bit of hope for how bad we played in that first half. Yeah, fantastic. Just a fantastic. That's as good as an outside the box goal as you're ever going to see. And I'm so glad that he decided to turn it on again at a time when it really matters. Big stage. I love big stage players. I think he, Cole Palmer, Esteval, they tend to deliver when the games really matter. And that's what you want to see from a new signing, essentially, from this year, when we've had so many people who just shy away from big moments recently. And then second goal by João Pedro. Again, Palmer, really nice interchange with João Pedro. Hit a perfectly weighted through pass to him that he ran onto. Still a lot for him to do because Garnacho was also open. He had to take his defender on, take it a little bit around him, open up some space for his weaker right foot. Perfect finish into the corner. Goalie couldn't even dive down. It was hit so well with so much pace into the perfect spot. Goalie had absolutely no chance. And then even after that, we still managed to play ourselves into trouble. Again, not clearing the ball well, not keeping onto the ball. There were at least 2 chances that Napoli could have tied again that Robert Sanchez absolutely saved our ass today with 2 incredible point-blank saves, especially that final one against Lukaku, who is motivated to score against us. If there's anybody that he wants to score against, it's probably Chelsea because he hates the club. And yeah, Sanchez, somehow he was in the perfect spot, perfect hand position, palmed it out of the air. I don't think it was even reflexive. It was just, he just knew where to be, how to hold his body to give the maximum amount of, block in front of goal. And it just so happened to hit his hand. Couldn't be happier for that save. Incredible last-ditch save. Should we have put ourselves into that position to even give up the last 2 shots to Napoli? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's still game management. That's still an issue with people being selfish and trying to play out. Looking at you, Garnacho. At the end of the game, all we need to do is just safety first, keep the ball, nothing fancy, and clear the ball. But you know what? At the end of the day, we still won 3-2. And of course, unbelievable. Real Madrid dropping from 3rd down to 9th or 10th? Yeah, 9th place. Losing to Benfica, who scored a 95th minute 2-man up goalie on a free kick goal to make it through to playoffs. Incredible day. Just an incredible day of Champions League games. So good. Just so good. And now, most importantly, we avoid the playoff rounds. So we just wait and see who we get matched up with next. So yeah, Racine, I hope he learns from this. That starting shape was horrendous. Don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. I don't think Gusto works on the right side, especially paired with Esteval. He needs someone who's a little bit more dynamic on the ball, who's a little bit better at passing, whether it's a Reece James to play off of or Cole Palmer on that side. Somebody to help him out so he's not so isolated. But beyond that, I'm glad he made the changes. I think they came a little bit too late, but still, he made the changes and they were effective and help us come back and win the game. And that is all that matters. So next game, still a big game, West Ham. We still need to keep the Premier League pressure going. We are for sure in a top 4 fight, and we cannot drop any points, especially to the lower half of the table. And then after that, I think we have Arsenal again, Carabao Cup. Huge game. So nothing but big games coming up. I do think against West Ham, we should rest Esteval. He looked a little bit tired, a little bit leggy today, a little bit lost in his weird touch line, maybe coming into the 10 position. Yeah, he looked a little bit lost today, so I think a break for him will be important. And then, yeah. And hopefully, Malagu's going to take a break too. I don't know what happened today. It was absolutely awful on that pitch. But yeah, West Ham, still another big game. Keep up the momentum. Let's go. Let's go, Chelsea.